Hey, this is Tim, and we're going to run a few more tests with the Cetus Sieve. We'll show you what we have. Right here we have a Cetus Sieve, and affixed to it, directly attached to the suction port for the sieve, is Evolution ES 8500. That's 8,500 gallons an hour. The Cetus Sieve manufacturer states that the max flow through the unit is 4,500 to 4,800, and we'll take a look at the system and how we got it going. So, first thing we got right here is the sieve itself, directly attached to the sieve. And I'll turn the flash on here so you can see. Right there is a check valve, flapper type. I have it installed with a, down there on the sand, I do have a fitting, Fernco fitting, where I can take it apart as necessary. I found it really easy if I need to check anything to actually just undo my coupler right here, pull out anything that's gotten trapped in there. I really haven't found much. I have seen a couple leaves in there, but for me it's really easy to close the valve off, open this up and kind of check it out and see if there's anything trapped in there. From the pump, boom, 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 goes directly to the shower. And we'll take a look at the flow of the shower here, just so we'll see how much is going. That's about the flow right there. First test we're going to do is do some measurements here for you. I'm going to tape measure it out. And as you can see, we are right at 3 inches, maybe a hair under 3 inches right there. And this is about where I have the pond normally running. If anything, maybe it's a 1/4 inch higher than I have it normally running. But for all intents and purposes, that's what it does. Now, I do want to show you something here. The Cetus unit itself is plumb and level and square. Everything's attached properly. And I do want you to note that it does collect water right along that back wall right there, and it trickles all the way to the back. And you'll see it kind of roll over, and that's going to become important here in a minute. All right. Now you can see if you were to pull this forward, it comes off of that, but naturally it wants to pull back and get a kind of a suction right there along the back wall. You can see it just naturally just pulls right back to that. I've tried even lifting the front of the unit up, and it still doesn't. So tilting the unit and pitching it back towards the back does not prevent it from catching on that wall right there. I've tried it. You see how much flow we got going. That's with the 8,500 gallon an hour pump. Now watch this. I'm gonna restrict it, and it's still gonna look like you're getting flow, but when we go look at the shower, you're not getting near the flow. So watch me turn this here. I ain't turning it that much. Watch it rise. Watch the sieve rise. Or the rear rise. Alright. Now, look where we're pinched back right here. We'll pinch it back even further. And you can see the water's actually now splashing out. So, it looks like you're getting a lot of water right there, and you're like, okay, wow. Look how much water I'm getting. But the truth of it is you're not flowing nearly as much as you think you are. Let's go take a look at the shower again. What was once a shower is now a trickle. Alright? So, let it be known, I don't know how much water's flowing right through there. I wish I did know how much water is flowing right through there. But, let's crank it back up here and let it readjust. We may actually notice at this point that the sieve will actually, the weir at some point will actually catch down there, and it'll actually hang up for a second before it unhooks itself. It didn't do it this time, but if you were to shut the system off, and we'll run the test here, and sometimes it will catch itself on the lid. And again, I'm just going to let it go back to normal. Not going to mess with anything. And it may take a little bit for this to adjust, so just, you know, I may edit the video here in a minute. As you can see, it's falling back down. So let's sit here. It's going to get to that 3-inch foot again. So, what I'm going to do now is shut the pump off. You see water is actually spilling over the back of the unit from the weir, suggesting that I do have it to the unit too low. What we're going to do here in a minute is we're going to pull the sieve screen, take a look at the bellow, and see if there's any pinches or any creases that you may encounter. There are some reports of that. I've seen a lot of that. There's also been suggested there's a longer and a shorter bellow. From my understanding, the older units used a little bit of a longer bellow. And apparently this bellow right here is cut approximately 3/4 of an inch shorter. I have looked around and there are other types of bellows out there that are suitable for this. And so you can kind of look around and do your own research on that. We're going to see how high this thing gets right here. We are still going. Alright, at this point right here, we have reached the pond level. The water level is right here. That is the pond water level. It is even. There is no ifs, ands, or buts about that. Now, let's get the tape measure out. You can see from here, the unit sits approximately right at 3, and I guess that would be 3/8. We'll say 3 3/8 on that one. Alright. We are going to take a look inside here and see if we see anything going on with the bellow. Just to eliminate that. Be careful not to drop my iPhone in here. As you can see, the bellow is properly stretched. I've checked around. There's no deformations in it. There's no bubbles. There's no creases. There's no evidence that it's ever sagged. It looks perfectly 100% fine. I don't see anything wrong with the bellow at all. It doesn't have too much pressure on it. Doesn't look like it's going to burst at any point. And other than that, I think we're doing all right. Now, while we got it here, we can go ahead and pull the screen for everybody, and we'll take a look on the inside. Alright folks, so when we talk about how the weir floats, this weir right here floats on that foot right there. This is the actual component that floats the weir up and down right here. Alright? So the weir is actually not floating on top of the water. The water level that it floats on is way, way, way down there. You can see where the float is down there, and it's actually fully extended right now. Alright? Down there you can see there's our drain port. And down there you can see the 2-inch line that goes to the pump. Everything's a go. I'm going to put the sieve screen back in. Real simple to do this. Probably do it one-handed with an iPhone in your hand. Push down on the tab. I like to make sure my corners are pushed in place and give them a push and make sure everything's pushed in place. What we're going to do is fire up the pump. You see the water level dropping considerably quickly, moving. Starting to go down. Maybe we'll see it catch. You can see right now, if you actually look, you can see that it is caught up against this back wall right here. You can give it a little kick and pull it out, but naturally it's going to pull right back. No matter what you do, you can tilt this and pitch it with the front even higher, and it's still going to pull back like that. So take note of that right there. That pulls back no matter what you do. We're moving a lot of water right there. People may have a sieve and think that they're moving the same amount of water, but no, you're not. And I will tell you that with 2 bottom drains, and this pump right here pumping as much as I can pump, I still get least collection in the line. And I like to come out here and actually push this down and flush the lines right here. And you may see some lines, some leaks somewhere. But it's pretty clean. I'm pretty good about flushing. There's a little pine straw. Nothing big. But that's it right there. The weir is bottomed out. And again, it may take a moment for it to balance out here again. It'll get back to that. We'll get back to that 3-inch mark right there in just a minute. And I've stuck my hand down in there and felt around. I've felt for leaves at the elbow. Nothing there. So there's no restriction there. Again, folks, we can turn this down right here, and we can get the sieve to do. We can get this unit to do whatever we want it to do. Right there, I have the unit turned down considerably. You may be flowing that much water and thinking, wow, look how much water I'm flowing, but you are certainly not flowing the amount that you could be flowing. That looks like a lot of water, but it's not as much as you think it is. Look how pinched I have that right there. So that would be a factor. Now, if I were to have it pinched like that, and I were to raise the unit up, alright? That's how, I could effectively, if I were to drain the pond a little bit, pull the unit up a little bit, I could get rid of that water right there. Okay? I can get rid of that water right now, right there. So why do that? That means you're only flowing that much water right there. I like to have mine maxed out. You can hear the difference in the shower. You can see the difference in the shower. You can see the difference in the water volume that's pushing through there. I think Zach Penn wanted me to take a look at the height of this and see how far I can pull it. So Mr. Penn, here you go. You can pull this thing up and down all you want. There's nothing restricting it right there. You can push it down all you want. You do whatever you want to do with the thing. The fact of it is, I'm flowing a lot of water through that unit. I prefer to do so. And I love it. Cetus Sieve is a fantastic unit. I highly recommend them. Just be aware that if you are going to be using a Cetus set, you do have to consider your pump size. When considering your pump size, you do have to consider your bottom drain. If you can only move 2,500 gallons an hour through your bottom drain, you're going to have collection of debris down there. So it's a trade-off. Now I already have collection of debris, and I'm running, a large pump on this, so I can only imagine if I had a smaller pump in there, how many leaves are actually trapped. But I'm running out of time. I only got 15 minutes on YouTube, and I've used them all up right now. Catch you guys later.